fight for freedom wherever there's trouble. GI Joe is there. GI Joe, real American hero. GI Joe is there. It's GI Joe against Cobra, the enemy, fighting to save the day. He never gives up, he's always there, fighting for freedom over land and air. G.I. Joe, a real American hero. G.I. Joe is there.
Hey everybody, Crystal Clear 101 here with a vintage toy review. And today I'm going to be reviewing the 1984 GI Joe Skyhawk. Now, I do not have the packaging to go with this one, but this vehicle is 100% complete. But I'm going to tell you, this vehicle, when it came out in 1984, was not packaged with a figure. The original retail at the time was $350. So it was reasonable. It was just a little bit more than a figure would be. A little history I will go ahead and give you about the Skyhawk is this. It was released in 1984. It was discontinued in 1986. It was brought back as a premium mail order item in 1987, and I believe that was because of the 1987 GI Joe movie. There was I think it was a Sears exclusive Dreadnought Air Attack set, which included a repaint of this and Cobra Fang. In 1990, this was available for the Skyforce set, and the main body of the vehicle itself was done up in chrome. I'd like to actually see one. The next time I know of this being made available, right off the top of my head, was in 2008, and that was for the 25th anniversary GI Joe line. And if I remember, that one came with lift ticket. There is a version of this in 2010 for the Pursuit of Cobra line that was renamed the Ghost Hawk, and on top of that, it featured a much more futuristic look to it. And just to give you a better idea, on the right is the 2010 Pursuit of Cobra Ghost Hawk. As you can see, it's very much an updated version of the original Skyhawk, but they changed the name, the look of it a little bit, and the overall weapon assortments that went with it. Still a very cool looking vehicle though. The only weapons or accessories that this vehicle does come with is a pair of detachable air-to-air missiles, which are mounted under the base of each skid. Features for the 1984 GI Joe Skyhawk include a pair of adjustable turbine engines, which can be rotated approximately 180 degrees from vertical takeoff to horizontal flight, and if you wanted, a downward thrust if you really wanted to. An opening and shutting canopy, which can accommodate one GI Joe figure. A pair of pegs towards the front of either skid, so that the Skyhawk can be displayed with additional figures on the vehicle itself and not just in the cockpit itself. And what is my verdict on the 1984 GI Joe Skyhawk? I mean, it's a classic, a real American hero vehicle. I mean, it's very cool looking. I mean, it's a very nice looking little miniature VTOL aircraft. And as you know, I love my aircraft. I really do. There are a few variations of the vehicle itself. Not only that, they did do a 25th anniversary edition of this, which was exactly like the original. And there is the Pursuit of Cobra version, which is called the Ghost Hawk, if you want a much more modern looking version of this vehicle. And I will be bringing a review of the Ghost Hawk itself as soon as I acquire the pilot to go with it. But the good thing is this vehicle shouldn't run too terribly much, whether it's an original, whether it's a 25th anniversary. But this vehicle can be had for a reasonably low price. Well, it depends on what your definition of low is. But if you like GI Joe and you like this, if you like the way this vehicle looks, go out and get it. It's a very, very nice vehicle to add to any GI Joe collection. But this will wrap up my review on the GI Joe 1984 Skyhawk vehicle. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe.